Yo, what up guys? In today's video, I want to tell you basically how to upgrade your Wi-Fi speed or broadband speed without upgrading your actual package, which can be expensive, not gonna lie, right? Because it can vary basically for broadband, like full fiber broadband or gigabit internet. You can pay quite a lot of money. It can go basically anywhere between £30 to about 100. I've seen packages that cost £100 and the companies are not actually good, right? So basically the first step, how to upgrade your Wi-Fi speed, because if you know a bit about Wi-Fi and networking and internet and connection, TCP/IP, Wi-Fi, it's signals, right? It's transmission signals. And what happens is if it's very, very high demand, for example, on your, it's just if it's a lot of devices using the internet, because the internet on your and your Wi-Fi connection is shared between all the devices. So the first step, what I want to basically, if you maybe thought about it, no, I'm not insulting you, I'm just advising. The first step to actually upgrade your Wi-Fi speed is to disable the devices you're not using. For example, if your fridge requires Wi-Fi connection, but it's not necessary to actually have the Wi-Fi connection, and you're not using it, then why use it? You can disable it and it saves you internet, right? For example, what I have is a heating device. Basically, what I can do is it's connected to my boiler, and what I can do is control the temperature of my house with my phone, right? And I'm not using it currently because it's warm. And it's warm, so I still have it connected. Now, the reason I have it connected is because I thought we were going to use it, but we're not, so I'm just probably going to just, switch it off because there's no point me having it. And also, if you're living by yourself, what I suggest just doing is don't upgrade a package unless you necessarily have to, especially if you live by yourself. What happens if you need that extra £50 a month? What happens if you need that extra money, right? Because you sort of can live without your Wi-Fi if you're living, but you can live without food, can you? Exactly, right? Plus, if you were not have Wi-Fi, for example, a month in your house, you still have your phone, right? Phones are mostly, it's less expensive, much more cheaper than having broadband, right? So don't upgrade your Wi-Fi unless you necessarily have to, right? Unless you're, for example, working and you actually have to upgrade it to earn more money, then okay, right? I'm giving you advice. I'm not telling you. I'm giving you good advice, right? Now, and obviously I'm going to tell you now how to speed up without upgrading. So the first thing you want to do is reposition your router. Your router should be in a sort of good place in the middle of your house, most likely, or in a place that you use the Wi-Fi the most, right? Try moving it into the central sort of spot of your house. So example, like the corridor, usually the corridors are, the central things of your house. And if you obviously relocate it, the signal is going to get better. And that should help. The third sort of step, let's count as second, right? Second step, the second step is to use an Ethernet cable. An Ethernet cable basically is much more better than Wi-Fi. I know it's not always possible to have a Wi-Fi cable. Sorry, Ethernet cable. Let's call it Ethernet cable. Sorry, I'm mixing things up. Ethernet cable. I know it's not always possible to have an Ethernet cable, but try and actually have one all the time, right? I was actually thinking of installing one, but however, it's not really possible for me. The reason is because my router is in such a place, it will be it is possible, but it would just demand, I think it's a bit no point. Plus, we might upgrade up our broadband in future, so in a couple months we might upgrade and there's no point. So now why should you plug in your device? The reason is because Wi-Fi, as I said, the signal can get weaker, stronger, it can go away, right? But by connecting your device with the router, you're basically giving it a guarantee that the connection is always going to be there and the speed is basically constant. It's not changing as much. It's constant, the same, constant, right? That's why you should use your Wi-Fi Ethernet cable connected to your router. Especially if you have like ample gigabit, that's just good, right? That's just extra. Now, as I said, if it's possible, use a cable. If it's not, just use a Wi-Fi adapter to your computer or your device. Now, if your signal's not good, if your signal's bad, very bad, awful. Example, you have a, if for example your router has to be in a specific place and it doesn't reach the rest of the house or your apartment, whatever you have, condo, I don't know. Use a Wi-Fi adapter. Now, a Wi-Fi adapter can strengthen the signal, right? Well, example you can actually buy is a sort of additional router. And what the actual router does, it's not it's basically an extender, right? And network can be called an extender. What happens is it actually can, it acts like a router. You connect to the router and it basically it's connected to the other router. Basically what happens is it's two routers. It's connected, but it still gives you the internet, right? Basically what happens is the router, like that extender is connected to the router, and you can connect yourself to the router, to the extender, right? Which means you still have connection and you actually have connection. Or what you can do is have an extender to your device, which has a stronger, it boosts the signal up. I actually had one of those. It was the wee funny device that had the little antennas up and it actually boosted signal, right? Now, obviously, the last step, if it's nearly very, very necessary, you have to upgrade your broadband, right? It can be costly, but sometimes it might be actually better. Now, and sort of additional advice I want to give you is make sure that before you upgrade, right? For example, if you I have a Wi-Fi adapter to my computer, what you want to do make sure is that a Wi-Fi adapter is, you know, it reaches certain speeds, it reaches above your broadband speeds. So if you have a gigabit internet, make sure your broadband adapter, your Wi-Fi adapter, goes above certain speeds. So it goes above 100 megabyte, above gigabit a second, right? Now, I'm not sure if there are any. I'm not really sure because I've not bought any adapters. I might be wrong, but make sure you have a good one because your internet can be fast, but if your Wi-Fi adapter, your Ethernet adapter is bad, then there's no point even upgrading, right? What I'll do in the description below, I'm going to post some links that you can buy your stuff that is actually verified and good and you can buy it. You don't have to buy it, you can buy it if you want. I'm just obviously giving you the good stuff. If you want to buy it, go ahead. And hope you've enjoyed the video, right? It's just very, very quick video how to improve your Wi-Fi without upgrading. Also upgrading as well, yes, I've talked about upgrading. So, hope you've enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a comment, subscribe, and leave some feedback for my next videos. And if you can, check my other channel, which will be in the description below in the channel. Sorry, actually in the comment section. See you in the next video.